Yeah, yeah.
Hello, you. Long time no see again, isn't it? And it is long time no see because... Hello. Guess who didn't turn the camera screen around? Bear with me. Oh, that's a flattering view. Yeah. Hello, you. As I said, long time no see. I don't normally do these, do I? Because it's about the games and about sharing this with you and not about this ugly mug. Hold on. I don't know. Blood pressure has been raised today by seeing some of the shit that other YouTubers put out, and I'm just like... And to be honest, I've been slowly ramping up on the blood pressure, watching other channels, not necessarily retro gaming ones, and just the dancing around to get the views and to get your Patreon subs and your look at this wonderful product that we got, and you just go. Fortunately, on my main TV downstairs, I've got Smart Tube installed on my Shield, so that does a very good job of cutting out all of the adverts. But the other day I actually had to watch something that wasn't on that, and my God, an unskippable 20-second ad for someone called Molly May. Oh. Advertising laundry, like it's my laundry, oh, I love this, oh, I'm so into this new product. And you just go, get the fuck out of my eyes. And yeah, so there's been stuff like that just made me go, oh, it really is tedious. Some channels that you may have noticed, I quite like painting miniatures as well now. And some of the miniature painting channels are fine when watching with an ad blocker. When you're not, oh boy. Yeah, so many times you just go, yeah, I'm never going to buy t-shirts from, Into the AM. Yeah, look at your wonderful, oh, they look slightly edgy, but they're also bland as fuck t-shirts. He says, wearing a Peter Serafinowicz, Brian Butterfield Butter Tendo t-shirt. But, I'm no style icon. Look at the state of me. Yeah, and as you can see as well, hopefully you can see, I've no idea if this is even focused, but hey, that's on brand for this channel, isn't it? That's a thought. If you've come here because of the thumbnail, and you've never followed this before, but you thought, oh, that thumbnail, oh yeah, that looks like the sort of channel for me, fuck off now. This ain't for you. Honestly, some of these other channels and the shit that they put out with rage bait, or clickbait, or, oh my God, my games room. Oh, it's all been destroyed. Oh, it's all gone. And you just go, you put it into storage because you're moving. This is genuine, absolute shithole of Gamesroom, because things got pulled out to do some stuff and never got put back again, and I've slowly got more systems than I have room for, and things have been jigged around and all over the place, and also I've been ill enough. 6-7 months now I've been off work ill because of possible fibromyalgia and testosterone issues and various other things that the doctor's still not 100% certain about. So, you know, time's a ticking before I lose my job at this rate. Fun times. Yes, seeing absolute shitty takes on YouTube. I mean, I really don't want to say who, because I don't want to give them people going to their channel. But then, as I've pointed out on a little chat on Blue Sky, what you do is you click on the link, and then you immediately nope out of there within 30 seconds to a minute, and that will absolutely fuck over their engagement stats, won't it? And YouTube doesn't like videos that don't keep people engaged, so I'm just thinking that's the best way. Maybe on your phone, click onto it, click pause it, show transcript, read what they're saying and go, yeah, that's pretty much what I expected, and then close it. I'm not saying that's the best way of dealing with these things. I'm just saying it's a way of dealing with these things. But yeah, anyway, going back to sorry about this. I mean, honestly, Rob, when's it due? Just sitting around being unable to do it. This is me on a good day. This is me on a very good day with only mild pain in all my limbs and fingers, and yeah. The testosterone therapy I've got has boosted my energy levels. That is great. I'm assuming it's that that's done it. But we're still trying to find out what the cause is and the treatment for flu-like aches and pains and stabbing, flaring, fire in joints and all sorts of fun stuff like that. So, as a result, I got big and fat, and look at the fucking state of me. Yeah, let's try not. That's possibly a better angle. Well, hey, look at those moobs. Yeah, I'm definitely using this as the thumbnail, because Christ alive. Yeah. Hey, if other people can weaponise sexuality in thumbnails, I mean, not that I've really... I don't think I've actually clicked on any videos that showed anyone going, ooh, or ah, because I just look at it and just go, oh, grow up. So, I'm not saying weaponising sexuality doesn't work on me. Give it a try, ladies. Where was I? Sorry. All the blood seems to have suddenly left my head. Yeah, anyway. Rambling. You came here for rambling, and this is what you're getting. Yes. The games room. I should show you around to show you what I have managed so far. What in between times when I've been laid up in bed, effectively like flu, because as soon as I try and do anything much, next thing you know, pain, and just laid up in bed. It's getting really friggin' tedious, you know, after 6 months. Just hit out of nowhere as well. I think basically I've just been ploughing on and ploughing on, ploughing on. My energy levels going down and down and down, and basically I hit empty, and that's when I collapsed. Yeah. But yeah, you may notice a complete lack of anything switched on at the moment. Everything is... Maybe I should switch something. Maybe I should switch something on. We'll do it. Should we do a tour? We'll switch the Mega Drive on. Everybody loves a Mega Drive. Mega Drive, that's OSSC, and the TV. What channel did I have the TV on before? Come on. Come on. Hey, we had it on HDMI 3 game. Excellent, that's the one we want. And we also press that button. Hey, we've got play game. Let's go for... You know what? Let's just hit play game. I've no idea what I fired up last time. Anytime you're ready. I was playing something that did not work before, it would appear. No, it's putting out display. I do not know. Maybe I'm in the wrong region or something. Let's hold down the buttons and change region and reset. Nope. Is it hot in here? I'm hot. It's all standing up and moving about. I am not used to it, and also carrying around all this frigging bulk. Let's go off. Let's go on. Let's go select game. What's a good game? Comment below. It's all interaction, isn't it? And let's try. Was there any nice music in Earthion? I can't remember. Earthion's a new game. Maybe give that a try. Prog error. No, okay, that's... Oh, you know what? Xenocrisis works, I know that. He says, and it's not working. Oh, no, it's thinking about it. Why are you not erasing? Great, if I reboot that now, that's going to completely bugger that up. Hey, retro gaming. Flashcard saying, do not... Oh, no, erase. Right, there we go. It is very, very slowly doing that. Why, oh why, oh why don't I just get these modern HDMI-capable versions? Because they give money to absolute pieces of shit, that's why. And I like to have the original systems and have the original feel. I'll stick an EverDrive in them. I don't need to have all the original games, he says, with a wall of original games and shelves of original games. And yeah, I don't know, it's a compulsion. Anyway, yes, the tidying. I've probably forgotten all sorts of things that I had been talking about. But let's try and avoid thinking about annoying YouTubers. Hello. Let's go over here and remember to turn this around. Look! Original games. Oh, look, original hardware. That is a full-size keyboard for Music Maker system for 64 and 128. Look, there's... Oh, hello, there's something. Back of my head. There you go, back of my head. That's what you all wanted to see. Male pattern baldness. What a thing, eh? Casper for the PS1. I remember picking that up because a certain Gebs24 recommended it many, many years ago, and I went, oh, it was only £1. But I remember seeing that and thinking, oh, I remember Gebs24 really, really recommending that. Yeah. Gebs24 recommends a lot of things. Not necessarily good games. Anyway. There's some magazines there. There's 1 to 60 something of Zap 64. I thought I had more. Turns out I must have lost them, along with my Commodore formats. God knows where they went. Mum probably threw them out. There's a nice bunch of Your Sinclairs, mainly towards the end, and that's a complete run of Zap 64. That's like the first 40 or 50 retro gamers. Then we've got some 360 titles on a shelf unit my granddad made and painted, and that paint was like, it's like glass, the gloss on that. Unfortunately, it has suffered over the years, so I'm thinking I'm going to have to put a sander to it and repaint it. Sorry, Bamps, but hell, he probably wouldn't have approved of me using it for games anyway. But then on top we have, can we focus, can we zoom in? You may have seen this on Blue Sky, but maybe you're not on Blue Sky. Come to Blue Sky, it's much better. We have Domo. I put fresh batteries in. Yay! Zooming out again. We have my Master System, Master Salster, Golden Axe poster. Then we've got the games shelves of predominantly C64, but there are a few Spectrum titles in there, and maybe the odd BBC or VIC-20 too. Shall I slowly scroll along? I think I'll slowly scroll around it. You can always pause, but I'll zoom in on a shelf. Focus? Can you focus? Can you stay still? Hang on. I'm not a professional cameraman, as you've probably noticed. There we go. You can probably see that now, can't you? Maybe? Maybe if I twisted the screen so I could see what was happening. That would be better. Oh, look. Chinny, there you go. There's Tubaruba for the Amstrad. And MSX Beam Rider. And some Spectrum Hypersport, Saboteur and Turbo Esprit. And then we go mainly, I think, yeah, that's all Commodore 64 stuff now. I shan't read them all out. You can pause, and I need to zoom out. Grog's Revenge. I love Grog's Revenge. That brings back happy memories. And Fort Apocalypse does too, and as does Blue Max. Yeah, basically this is the Happy Memories shelf. Although, he says Happy Memories, I've never played Hacker. Yeah, I picked that up yonks ago. And for some reason never played it. I had a stolen cracked copy on disc. Never played it. Too many other games to play as a kid. Spoilt I was, spoilt by buying discs of A Bigger Boy in School. There we go, there's another shelf. And there's another shelf. These are in alphabetical order, hopefully. Do tell me if they're not in alphabetical order and I've balls up, because that's happening a lot, what with brain fog. Honestly, you just can't think straight a lot of the time. There's another shelf. Oh look, there's Guile, just chillaxing there. And there's some more games. And some more. And there's more. And look, I've got space. I've got space on the shelves there for some more games. Yeah, and then there's, I think there's mostly disc titles. And then we're on to the magazine. So let's go. There's those. And then up again there's, oh, you can't see those because of the reflections. Well, R-Type, Afterburner, SDI, Platoon, Ikari Warriors, Konami Coin-Op Collection or Hits or whatever it is, Magnificent 7, Live Action or Live Ammo, well, to the right there, that's 10 Computer Hits 5, and then that's Taito Coin-Op Hits. So what's that one there? I'm going to kick myself when I see it. The In Crowd, of course it's the In Crowd, there we go. And the original big box of Shadow of the Beast for Amiga. And then we've got the Cardboard Box Collection. We've got that. We've got that. Oh, you can't see Switchblade is to the right of the far right of that one, and on that one it's X out or cross out or whatever you want to call it. To the far right of that there's Operation Thunderbolt, and Operation Thunderbolt. Oh no, hang on. Flimbo's Quest is at the far right of that one. There we go. And then we've got those. See, there's Exile for the BBC. That's a fancy game. I have played that on this channel. So if you're new here and you didn't come here from the thumbnail, I'm not quite sure. Well, maybe recommendations from someone else. Then hello there. Yes, there is footage of me playing Exile on the BBC. I think when I got my memory upgrade for the BBC, I think I played that because it took advantage of it. Anyway, I really need to play Alien sometime. And the Space Shuttle, and we've got some other clam shells and a bit of space there as well, behind the Rubik's Snake. And across we've got Ultimate titles and stuff like Tir Na Nog and The Hobbit. Then we've got big box disc games there. Yeah, I had Turrican on disc, and I also had it on tape. And Heatseeker, a game that I've never seen anywhere else in any other format, but I've got it on disc, so that's fine by me. And I might have 3 copies of RoboCop, what of it, and 2 copies of Carrier Command. Maybe one of them's for the ST, I can't remember. Then we've got those. And then we're back down to there. I think that's pretty much it, isn't it? Did we do those? I think we did those. And there we go. So, let's fiddle with this tripod so it doesn't suddenly drop all over the place. There we go. We're back on and we're zooming back out again. And there we go. That was an interesting diversion, wasn't it? So, yes, Paul. Let's go back round again. Oh, yes. There's a Dalek wearing a Zap baseball cap. There's a Fallout the Fallout collection, and then there's the Pip-Boy armresting and boxes and Fallout stuff, basically. And then we've got the only Star Wars thing that I have, really. The Rebel Transport that I picked up in a charity shop. I don't know how long. I never had Star Wars figures as a kid, so that was nice to get. And now I am with Flo, who has boxes of unboxed, still on card, Star Wars figures and all sorts of... I think there's a Millennium Falcon. We're not quite sure where it is. I think it's in the loft somewhere, and I might have buried it behind other things. So at some point I need to get up into the loft, and that's one loft. There is another loft. That one's not too bad to get into, but I think, yeah, there's 2 loft hatches to the same loft, but let's not get into that. There are 2 lofts. That's just to one of them. And I think I've either buried Flo's Star Wars figures behind a pile of other stuff in that one, or it's in the other loft, which is more difficult to get into. Yeah. But I need to rescue them at some point. Anywho, the mess. Oh boy, the mess. This is looking tidy. And I don't mean tidy in the Welsh sense of the word. No, there's still things to go through. I've got VHS tapes to decide what I'm going to do with. I've got boxes of Jules's things. For those who don't know, Jules is my late wife. That I still need to find storage for in the loft for the day when I'm finally up to scattering her ashes and having all the kids around and we'll all go through it and and yeah. Emotional landmines, I call those. I'll come across them, and next thing you know, I'm a wreck on the floor. There's all sorts of bits and pieces, more cables that I need to find homes for. The Rebel transport box. Shall I think we'll go handheld. We'll go handheld now. And come on, off the tripod. There we go. Right, this is Edison Carter reporting live on Network 23. You will see that the EverDrive is still not done its thing. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be me switching it off, it probably being corrupted, and then trying to remember how to uncorrupt the EverDrive. Yeah. Anyway, have we zoomed out all the way we can? Yeah, there's the TV. There's the Archimedes, that I really ought to cover some stuff on sometime. We'll come back to that. There's the Beeb, the good old trusty Beeb. And there's the Master Saster, the best type of Master Saster, I think. We've got the... Look, we've actually got room for a CPC 464. I also have a... What is that? That is an M4 board. I've got an M4 board ready to go, as well as something else plugged into the back that's not an M4 board that works in a similar way. So I've got lots of stuff to play with on that. I've got an Atari 2600, we've got the Atari 7800, we've got the Intellivision, we've got various expensive switch boxes. Now I've got to get back up with my knees the way they are. We've got the NES, we've got the Super Nintendo, we've got the N64, we've got the GameCubes. One takes discs. One is being GDEMU, that's what it is. We've got an old shuttle PC that I don't know, I just can't let it go. It's just too nice. And look, it even comes with a handle that you can actually use to carry it. And a cup holder, stroke ashtray, and cigarette lighter. Because, of course, hey, look, the early 2000s were a different time. I need to get an EverDrive for that. I've got an EverDrive for that. I don't care about that too much. We've got an Xbox hacked to run CoinOps 8. We've got an Xbox 360 that is very nice. We have my very first console, a Grandstand something or other, but it had Kevin Keegan on the box. Don't ask me what number, what details it was. Oh, hang on. No, we'll leave it. It's that one. We have PS3 that I think is basically been hacked so it plays GTA Club and Afterburner Climax, and I think that's stock, that one. A Jaguar, that again is another one that I really need to get a SD card device for. Oh yeah, and another shuttle PC that I can't let go of because happy memories. Yeah, I've got that, and various books. There we go. Where is it? The rest of these, yeah, they can... Oh look, games by YouTubers. Yeah, there we go. Games by a decent YouTuber. So, and one that's still in the shrink wrap that was possibly a gift. And I believe the Oliver twins are good people, and the Art of Atari one is nice. But this is the one you want. Paul Glancy's Complete History of Computer and Video Games. I say complete history up to, I think it's the N64 being new. Oh no, it mentions Wipeout. So, yeah, but there we go. There's Paul Glancy's Complete History of Computer and Video Games that was given away with an issue of CNVG in 1996. That's what you need. I wonder how many YouTubers could just make an entire series of videos just reading out what that is. Dreamcast with whatever the SD card option is in that. GDMU for the, or is it GD? Whatever. It takes SD cards. I managed to do that myself. Like I managed to add the region-free mod on the 32X on that. Or was it? No, on that. No, I did stuff. That's an early board of Mega Drive, of an import Mega Drive, the nicest looking one, and yeah, that's my dream Mega Drive right there. So I'm very happy with that. Then we've got Pac-Man, yes, Vectrex, my absolute dream Vectrex, which I won't switch on just yet because you know they've only got a limited amount of life before something burns out, and I'm in no fit state to fix things at the moment. In television and Activision games, Atari, brain fog's kicking in, folks. In television there, and Vectrex cartridges, and I'd say original, the Commodore 64 discs I originally had. Those are the original discs. Those are the 300 to 400 floppies of stolen things that I got from a bigger boy at school when I bought his disc drive. They came with all of those. And it just ruined me for games. There's all sorts of disc games, some for Amiga, some for C64. I think, no, actually, are there any Amiga games there? Yes, no, I don't think, oh yes, there are. Mercenary, Crossout, X-Out, Emotion, oh yes, and we've got a few there on top of the Commodore dot matrix printer. Yeah, we've got some more titles up there. We've got some Spectrums, we've got some Video Master colour cartridge, which I've got a full set of games for. I've got a complete set of the 3 cartridges out for that. We've got various other systems up there, A600, some Commodore 64s, including, I think, is that an oldie one? I can't remember. Spare Spectrum, Magnum Light Phaser, Atari ST, a Hitbit, MSX, just an MSX1 unfortunately, a Philips MSX, a GX7000, a TI-99 4A with horrible joysticks. The Jeff Minter shrine is looking a bit cramped, but it's still there, and there are still, I've just trodden on something, there's still a few extra titles that I still need to cover. We've got some joysticks. We've got an Atari 400, ZX81, and ZX Spectrum in DK-Tronics cases. I think that is my lovely Square Key VIC-20. A pet keyboard, lovely. But I need to get that working. It's annoying me now. I've tried to get it working and I just can't. So I probably need to rely on someone else to try and fix it for me, and that involves sending it to someone and paying, and I've not been at work for 6 months. I don't have money for that right now. So sell something, Rob. Sell something, yeah, I could do, and then I won't have anything, will I? It was like, you've seen, I can't get rid of old PCs. How do you think I'm going to choose what to clear out from here? Yeah, all of these things are like my childhood teddy bear, and you wouldn't throw away your childhood teddy bear, would you? And if you would, what's wrong with you? A1200, Commodore 128. This is something I've been working on to try and give myself a bit more space for storage and things. There goes that. A pull-out drawer underneath. so I can keep that underneath there. But unfortunately, probably can't see it, there's a batten right there that stops me having this the right way around in fitting. So I'm going to have to see if I can cut that batten or remove it and see if that works any better. Can I shove that back into there? Yes, I can. There we go. So I can have Commodore 128, Amiga and VIC-20 perhaps all in a line there, or just have more room on top, because as you can see it's a bit of a mess. I probably don't need 2 VCR stroke DVD, sorry, 3. I've got 2 VCR VHS to DVD combos and 1 Sony VHS VCR, because they're handy. They're handy for taking a SCART output, put it into that and get an RF out into that TV or into that TV. Hello there. Although that one does also take SCART, so yeah, and that one most definitely does not. That was something else I was tinkering with and need to put back, and yeah, I can feel myself running out of energy. I've been going for half an hour at the moment, but it's good to push myself occasionally. It's good to push myself, just as long as I don't push myself to the point where I'm then burnt out and no good for anything for several days. That's really not doing it, is it? And then we've got a pile of joysticks that need to go back in their box and get shoved back in there, so that I can then at least access drawers of more cassettes and more cassettes. And that's a box of mainly Amiga, but also some PC titles that needs to get boxed up and put up in the loft. I mean, I suppose, sensibly speaking, you could go, why don't you sell them? And then you'd have both room and money. But then that involves dealing with people. And also boxing things up, going to the post office, and then expecting people to give decent feedback. I've never sold a thing on eBay. I'm 50 years old, I've never sold on eBay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, and also, it's like, is it really worth it? Who's going to pay money for Magic Pockets on the Atari ST? It's a shit game. I mean, you might get a tenner for it. I don't know, I've not looked. This is why I find out it's worth 70 bajillion pounds. But, yeah, I doubt it. There's nothing in there that's worth shitloads, as far as I'm aware. So, let's... Right. Oh look, speech synthesizer for the VIC-20. That can go up there. Some RF cables. Some precious cardboard. Road Rash for the 3DO. I do not have a 3DO, but I'm keeping these 3DO titles for the day when I do have a 3DO. Memories. Such memories. Yes, I have boxes of memories. That's another pack of memories. Because, you know, if I'm ever building myself a PC of, I don't know, Windows XP, sort of like a DDR RAM, that'll be ideal, should any of it be okay. A charger for a camera, I can't remember what. Right. These are not for sale, because these are the only Jaguar titles I've got. So I'm going to put those to one side and put them up with the Jaguars when I'm done here. Super Tomato, a lovely place in Cardiff. You should go to Super Tomato. They're an independent stockist that's been going for years and years and years and years and years, and they've always got nice stuff in, and it's good to have a chat with them. And I haven't been there for years, and I really need to go back. Yeah, really do. I can't even tell you how old this is, but yeah, they are there. And I'm sure they'd love it if you gave them a ring to ask if they've got something in stock, and then went and bought it. That would be the more important thing, rather than just wasting their time. But yeah, definitely go down to Super Tomato in Cardiff. Non-spawn, hashtag non-spawn. 3 copies of No One Lives Forever, No One Lives Forever 2, because used to love playing that. Oh, 4 copies, sorry. Used to love playing that multiplayer. That is, NOLF 2 is the pinnacle of multiplayer LAN gaming. Play that. It's great. I mean, Atari ST's Total Recall, Shadow Warrior, Super Off-Road Race. I mean, I could probably let go of that. Oh, Retro Gamer cover discs. I mean, they're worthless, aren't they? Battlefield 1942, Coil of Duty. Annual Tournament 2024, so 2004, 2003. Yeah. We've got a bunch of Red Faction, Star Trek Voyager Elite Force, Armed and Dangerous, Ninja Bread Man. Now that's worthless, isn't it? Magic Pockets, a PSP dock, you know, for when you're watching your movies on your PSP. Survival, Artie McLean's Mercury, Castle of Dreams for 48k Spectrum, there we go. And a original packaging for a computer game lead. If I remember correctly, it was an Atari 9-pin joystick extension cable. So obviously I need to keep that, don't I? That's precious things. Top trumps. Scattered across the floor along with the cables. Oh yeah, my Dr. Bung Dr. V64 CD system for the N64. That is another thing I need to try and get working sometime. Never going to happen, is it, Rob? Never going to happen. You can't even get yourself working. Let's put these games back. Oh yeah. And my Jolly Rancher iMac. Have we covered everything? I think we might have covered everything, barring what's in the drawers, and there's nothing of interest in the drawers, barring random cables and cartridges. There you go, there's cartridges. And then there's you know what, let's just pull that cable out of the way. Cartridges. I'm not going to pull the rest of them out, but there you go, there's game cartridges there, and there's more game cartridges there. So that's the SNES and N64. Oh, the top shelf of various games and boxes. And soft toys. And more games. There we go. I think we might have covered everything now. No, we haven't. What am I talking about? We've got the Xbox stuff, can we? I might be better off zooming in on that. Are they in any way legible? Amped 2, Burnout 2, Burnout 3, Burnout Revenge, Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball, Defender, Genma Onimusha, Halo 3, oh no, Grabbed by the Ghoulies, Halo 2, Halo Map Pack for Halo 2, James Bond, Everything or Nothing, Jet Set Radio Future, Knights of the Old Republic 2, Kung Fu Chaos, Mech Assault 2, Midway Arcade Treasures 1 and 2, and 3 I think without the label, Ninja Gaiden, Obscure, Outrun 2, Project Gotham Racing 2, Poi Pop Fever, something Tom Clancy Rainbow Six 3, Robotech Battle Cry, yeah, there we go, Simpsons Hit and Run, Sonic Heroes, Soul Calibur 2, Splinter Cell, SRS Street Racing Syndicate, is that? Oh dear, don't recall that. SSX on Tour, and Star Wars Battlefront, Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, The Thing, Time Splitters Future Perfect, and 13. Oh, and Silent Scope on top, and some stuff without labels and cases. And then we've got PS3 and PS4 stuff that nobody's interested in at all, but in for a penny, in for a pound, eh? Can you read any of those? Does anybody care at this point? Comment below if you care. Just move around here. Big Daddy in the way of Bioshock, there we go. Is it focusing? Is it focusing at all? No, it's not focusing, it's doing quite the opposite of focusing. Well, there we go. PlayStation games. I should zoom back out again, shouldn't I? There we go. Can you read these? Does it really matter? I have no idea. But, you know, there's some games. There's some games. Are you here for the games? There's some games. Are you here for toys? There's some toys. There's an Imperious leader from Battlestar Galactica flashing a Daggett. You never expected to see that today, did you? And Megabyte facing off against Taihachi. And the Universal Monsters having a bit of a lie down. And Cronin versus Hellboy while an ATST looks on. Oh yes, and meanwhile Dredd is playing on an arcade machine and ignoring everything. Johnny Bravo and some knockoff, I'd like to say Star Wars, but they're so knocked off it's barely even that. Ghost in the Shell standalone complex figures. Dead of Life Extreme Beach Volleyball with Meowth. Oh, and Dredd. And Gonzo, my spirit animal, I'm sure, my spirit annual. Yeah. And Big Daddy. Oh, yes, we've got more stuff up there. We've got handhelds up here. I've got like everyone, I've got a broken Game Gear. Like everyone's broken Gear. It did work until fairly recently, and then I turned it on and the screen had gone. So, you know, like everyone else's now. Oh, yeah, and there's the spare that I've got that's also got a dead screen. That'd be a nice thing to get fixed at some point, get a nice new screen in it, but that's never going to happen, is it? And then we've got the small TV on top of the big TV, where we play our light gun games. Those are the light gun games. Those aren't light gun games, obviously. Don't be silly. He says, as the man who used a fishing controller to play Soul Calibur. Then we've got modded Saturn, so I can play whatever I like on. A hacked Xbox that I can play anything I like on. A bin bag that I could put any rubbish I like in. I'm out of breath. This is how bad I am. This is how weak and tired and pathetic I am, and this is why I've got so fat, because even just moving around like this wears me out. It's ridiculous. That's PlayStation. I think there's another... I don't know. There's the other one under there. One of these is modded so we can play whatever we like, and one of them is original. And then we've got PS2 and a chipped PS2. I think the bottom PS2 has a hard drive. I can't remember. Saturn, joypad, various control. I need to tidy. A Genius Easy Mouse, a serial mouse with the mouse driver disc. You know, because that's essential. However, this was my dad's, and he's written on it for the Genius Easy Mouse. So this is something my dad had, and he's not around anymore. So, you know, obviously he'd be saying throw it out, but I don't want to throw out stuff that, you know, links to my late father. My mum quite happily threw out so much stuff. I'm keeping on to these few bits and pieces that I can. A Kung Fu Flash mouse mat from the future was 8-bit. You need to start selling mouse mats, Rod. Just sell these, please, so I can get a fresh one. That's what's having to make do with this grubby thing, because it's lovely. Various spindles of discs. And the various light guns for various systems. Yeah. Oh yeah, and there we go, there's the rest. Oh, and Vincent and Bob. Ow, my knees. Vincent and Bob, and several full sets of black hole bubblegum cards. And a projector. And Kirk and Spock doing a Thelma and Louise in a stolen rebel transport, packed out with panicking Mushroom Kingdom people in the back. Because, you know, reasons. Is that it? I think that might be it. I'm cowing sweating now, I am. Oh well, I almost forgot the Pocketeers under there. Yes, I would like more Pocketeers, please. More Pocketeers. I'll have a Pocketeers room as well. Right, you know what, I'm going to stick you back on the tripod. I did show you all these, didn't I? Did I? I'm not sure. Let's just pan up and down, and there's some 32X titles up there. We've got Master Saster, and GameCube, and Mega Drive, and still GameCube and Mega Drive and GameCube and Mega Drive. Yeah, I'm going to have to get down on my knees now again, aren't I? This is ridiculous. I should have a professional cameraman do this for me. Oh yeah, I've got an old monitor there that rotates, so I can do Tate mode, so obviously I need to keep that somewhere. And then we've got a Game Genie for Game Boy. We've got some discs of N64 games that came with the Bung V Doctor thingy. Then we've got Dreamcast titles and DS titles and some empty game box. Oh, shite. We've got PC games as well, haven't we? There we go. There we go. That's not it. And yes, there's stuff behind these. Oh yes, we've got some CPUs up there as well. Yeah. But there we go. You don't need to see any more. That's enough. That's more than enough. I'm going to put you back on the tripod so I can sit down. Like I said, I am feeling absolutely... Ugh. Come on. Bite into the fucking... There we go. Professional as ever. It's what you all come here for. Hey. Oh, I've put stuff on this chair. And I didn't turn this round so I could see what was happening. There was a bit. Let's put this here. Let's put these here. I did say I was going to put these up with the Jaguar, didn't I? So I'm going to put these up with the Jaguar. And you're watching my knees now. Marvellous. He says. Thinking, well, you could be watching my groin, in which case, stop it. Stop sexualising me. Stop poking me. I'm a person, not a piece of meat for your objectification. And who boy, is there so much meat for objectification? I just realised I missed the top of the... whatever. What's this? This has been half an hour to 40 minutes of me stood up and wandering around and talking. Getting old's no fun, is it? I mean, it's fun in some respects because you can start to accumulate some nice things. But I mean, that's generally a given after 50 years of being on the planet. This still isn't working. But you also accumulate lots of more and more to do things. But there we go. I completely failed to point out the risks. The Risk PC 700 sitting there in the corner. That's an Archimedes, basically like this one, but like a proper PC rather than an Amiga one style. That'll anger some people. And the CDI. I'll always miss bits and pieces, won't I? So there's still lots and lots for me to show you. Lots of things for me to do. Lots and lots for us to see and do. Lots and lots for me to... You and me and you. Hey ho. Yeah. I've got lots to show you still. Lots of things to share that I want to share. This is... Let's get this sorted on here. Bear with me a moment. What was the reason for making this video? Because there... What have I done with this camera? There are too many professional YouTube channels out there. And I would like there to still be plenty more independent, individual ones run by people rather than brands. Unfortunately, to make it on YouTube these days, you have to be a brand, don't you? Unfortunately, I'm a real person, as you can see, and a weak and feeble one. Where's that quote from? I am but weak, and I am but a weak and feeble lump. yeah, there are far too many professional channels out there with, I'd say, slick presentation, but a lot of it is tragic, and you just go, oh my word. But it works. Sadly, it works. You can put stuff out there that's horrible clickbait or rage bait, or just getting your knockers out, getting a bit of cleavage, or putting your feet up on things. Yeah, and you'll attract views. You will attract plenty of views, but I do not want to attract anybody like that. So like I said earlier, if you came because of that, get the fuck out. And if you enjoy watching angry things, again, he says, having spent the last 45 minutes complaining about stuff. Yeah. I never said I wasn't a hypocrite. But I just want to say, don't follow people like that, for God's sake. If you do, quickly, if you find yourself clicking onto one of those videos and you're immediately just going, oh, I don't know about this. If you don't know about it, quit from it. That'll hurt their stats more than ever putting a comment in and saying, oh, you shouldn't do this. Just click out within the first minute. It'll ruin their engagement stats. Hello, 2 people who have probably left by this point, if I'm lucky. Yeah. So, follow nice people. Don't follow people who aren't nice. You can generally tell. I've made mistakes. I mistakenly thought Novabug was a good person. I followed them for a while. I interacted with them. I did response videos. You'll find them on my channel. Unfortunately, I then found, this was years ago, before Twitter became a Nazi hellhole, that he started tweeting support for the National Front. And I was like, are you serious about this? And he went, yep. And I just did a Homer backing away and left at that point. And from what I heard, he just got worse. And it turns out he's always been like that. And just goes to show you never can tell. And I'm sure there's lots of other people like that. People I might have books by. There are people out there that I think are good people. And then there are people that I think that you just go, oh dear, why are you doing this? And then there are cynical types who are just exploiting the platform in any way you can. And then there are the outright Nazis. But then there are genuinely nice people out there, and I don't think they get a fair crack of the whip. And I'd just like to say, follow Dudley of Yesterzine. Follow Yesterzine. Yesterzine is a lovely independent title that's got, I would say, professional. My level of professionalism probably differs from most other people, but it's a well put together channel with well researched original videos. Snorkers, Watto Snorkers, creates his own content. Type-ins. He's actually made type-ins now for a magazine. I can't remember what it is. If I can remember or find it, I'll put a link in the description. If you've got any interest in programming whatsoever, follow Snorkers. Lord Such, lovely guy, genuinely lovely person. I've got a medal from him up there. It's only plastic, but it means more to me than than if it were gold. Bloggos Pow puts out videos every week. I'm not saying without fail, he probably has, but I don't want to put that burden on him that he goes, oh God, I need to, people will be missing it. If you can't, you can't. Like I said, I've taken a break for I don't know how long now. Bloggers Pow. Lord Such was screwed over by a big YouTuber a while back. I say big, not Mr. Beast or anything big. He's not even one of the big YouTubers. He's not even one of the big wrestlers. He's not even one of the big ex-teachers. Yeah, but he got poorly treated, shall we say, a few times if I remember correctly. So follow Lord Such. Just people enjoying playing games, putting stuff out there, being nice people. I'm probably missing more and more people. That's just a few off the top of my head, and apologies if I've forgotten any. Rod Bell. Rod, what am I saying? Rod Bell is fibro-fog. What am I saying? Rod Hull. Future was 8-bit. Nice people. Follow nice people. I don't even know if my voice is reaching far enough across your nose. This is going to be fun for me to sit down and edit on the day that I'm actually feeling up to doing such a thing. Anyway, follow nice people, don't follow bad people. If you find you're following bad people, stop following them. Probably didn't need an hour-long video for saying that, did we? But there we go. Oh, look. It's Ashens and Nerdcube. I would say they're probably the exception to my rule at the moment about brands and names and that sort of thing, because from what I can tell, Stuart is a decent person. Nerd, I've no idea about. He's a bit too hepped up on sugar for my viewing tastes, but I'm sure he must be a nice person if Stuart's happy being around him, shall we say. Anyway. Oh, look. It's a PCI network card. Because I need that. Yeah, I'm absolutely burnt out now. This is why I've not been able to do any videos, because it takes a while to set up a camera and point it at a screen and have it not ridiculously wonky, even by my standards. And to sit and play, I do need to get back into it. I've been working on getting the arcade machine downstairs working so I could do that, some stuff. I have some ideas for some future videos. Something that's not just pointing a camera at the screen, it's pointing a camera at several screens and then doing some editing. Yeah, don't hold your breath. Stop holding your breath. Are you breathing? Right. Yeah, I have some ideas for the future. I want to continue doing videos. It's just, this has been a massive effort for me. And I'm finding that frustrating and pathetic. I know how pathetic it is. It's also just how it is, because I can feel my arms flaring just from, and I haven't even really been doing anything. But anyway, we're heading back into moaning territory there, aren't we? I need to stop because I'm getting all sticky like, and not in a good way. That's it. Suck that gut in. Suck that gut in, Rob. There we go. Oh, oh. Right. I'm going to have a cup of tea, or a mouthful of tea. I'm not going to have an entire cup because look at the size of it. It's almost as big as my head if I put it to about there. Yeah. Chin chin. Should have said that beforehand, but there we go. Yeah. So that's my plan. My main plan at the moment is sorting out this desk here by sorting out that batten underneath. And then we'll see where we get from there, whether I can possibly then, with some space saved there, shift some more things back. My Tetris skills are really coming to the fore here of packing things in well, but there comes a point when the blocks are reaching near the top, so I really need to work out what I'm doing with some of this stuff when I have the strength for it. And I'm feeling that's probably not going to be today now, because I've spent it chatting with you. But it's been nice. I hope you've enjoyed it, because it's good to, I think it's good to keep up these things, even if I haven't for a long time. And obviously no one's that interested in seeing me unboxing miniatures, and I've not got a setup showing you painting my miniatures, because it takes me flipping ages to do things. I'm not a professional painter, so I'm never going to be doing videos like that. I just might occasionally show you what I've done, because I'm like, look how cool he is. But I'll try and limit that to just Blue Sky. Yeah, Blue Sky. Leave Twitter. For God's sake, leave Twitter. Blue Sky is at least... Blue Sky's better. Blue Sky's not perfect. Blue Sky's got some serious issues with who they're allowing on there. Since they stopped doing it invite only, there's some real troublemakers on there. But blocking is fucking nuclear. You block some people, yeah. I've been blocked by a fair few people too, for being anti-AI. Yeah, there's some really worrying people out there that, again, I thought people were good people, And then it turns out that they like AI. They like the fact that it destroys the environment and steals people, genuine artists' incomes, and will ruin their capability. It's just, I don't want to stand on a soapbox about it, but honestly, I've mentioned it enough times, and then still see people go, oh, look, here's some AI slop I thought was funny, I'll send it to you, and you just go, really? Really? And then they start getting all jokey about it, and you go, I'm not finding it funny, and next thing you know, they think, they go, well, I'm blocking you, and you're like, okay, I've said in the past that I would block people, and then I'm too soft. I look at these people and go, really? But why would you do this? And then, anyhow, just goes to show that even if people are part of minorities that you support, and you like to think yourself as an ally of such minorities, I like to think myself an ally of most minorities. As a middle-aged cis het male, I feel it's kind of my responsibility to stand up, because I'm the most privileged of all. So I should be standing up on the front lines with these people. But it doesn't mean, just because you are part of one of these, of a minority, doesn't mean you can't necessarily also be a fucking arsehole. That's equality for you. Anyone can be an arsehole. Yeah. Anywho, before we start getting into other things like that, he says, thinking, what were there? I'm sure there were some other things like that, weren't there? I'm sure there was someone else that was an arsehole, not just the one that I'm thinking of there about the AI. Turns out lots of people can be arseholes. Hello! Yeah, I just realised I am leaning more and more into this chair, and I am getting weaker and weaker. So I need to stop. I really need to stop. I really need to stop rambling, he says. Like I said, it's not fun getting old. It's perfectly fine getting old. What's not fun is getting ill. Don't get ill. Don't get ill. Don't get poor. That's my advice. As soon as you are poor and or ill, you are in shit. And I've been here before, and I don't want to be here again. So, that's enough effort from me today. I'm going to go and stop doing this and work out what I am going to do that's not going to make me feel worse. You probably look at this and going, there's nothing wrong with him, look at him. No. Yeah, anyway, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're doing okay. And if you're not, if you're going through hell, keep going. Just keep going. No day has beaten you yet. And other such advice that I use to keep myself going. You are worthwhile is another one, but I do wonder about that one myself. How worthwhile am I, really? But you are. Just keep going. Just keep going. As I said, no day's beaten you yet, and and it won't, will it? Yeah. So, worthless advice imparted. I need to stop doing this now. Work out what the hell I'm going to do with this Mega Drive that appears to have frozen. And go and not do talking to camera anymore for a long, long time. Hopefully by the next time there's an update on this channel, it'll be more game footage. But you've seen what has to be done first. So, yeah. Right. Oh. Where's my head gone? Yeah, you didn't need to see that, did you? Right. How many times am I going to say right? I do not know. But, yeah, I've got so much stuff to do. And instead I spent it talking to you. But it's been fun. Like I said, it's been fun. And at least I'm not going, oh, almost fell over backwards. Don't do that, Rob. You're wobbly and tired and achy. And the last thing you need to do is fall over in here. Yeah. Is there anything I've missed before we wrap up? Probably, but it doesn't really matter at this point, does it? Because Like I said, there'll be another video. There'll be another video. Right. Another quick flash of the moobs. Bit of quick jiggle for you. And away we go. Hope you enjoyed watching. Catch you on the next one maybe. Ta-ta.